Hello, my chariots. Welcome back to my channel for another pick a card reading that I have for you today. And today's reading is November love predictions. So let's see what's in store for you for the month of November when it comes to love. I do have three piles here that you can choose from. These cards are from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck. All right. So pile one, you have this card here, familiar, okay, or guardian. Pile two, you have the witch's cottage, or security. And then pile three, you are hand fasting or also union. All right. So those are the three piles that you can choose from. If you are drawn to more than one, that's perfectly fine. That means that there could be messages that you need to hear in the other piles. But if none of the piles are resonating with you, if you are not connecting with me, if what I'm saying is not resonating with your story, that's perfectly fine. You can just kindly back out and go check out the other readings that I've already uploaded to this channel or the other amazing readers that we have out there. All right. Spirit's always looking to connect with you, and surely you will make that connection with one since we have such a beautiful community here on YouTube. All right. So why don't you go ahead and pick your pile, and I will see you there. Hello, pile one. All right, you chose this card here, Familiar, or the Guardian, by the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck. And today's reading is November love predictions, okay? So before we get started, let's just take that moment to connect and to focus. So, pile one, if you can take in a deep breath right now. And just go within, be still. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I trust that my highest good is unfolding. All right, so pile one, do you notice the animals that are around you that pop up in different ways? If not, I feel like this is the message that Spirit's trying to get to you today. Okay, so when it comes to the word familiar, we're specifically talking about spirit animal guardians. And this card's here to let you know that you're never alone. So even when you feel like you're struggling, even when you're just making your choices day to day, okay, in your journey, Spirit wants you to know that there are friends here that are supporting you, and you may not even realize it. So here's this opportunity to take a step back and just notice what animals are near you. You may hear me talk about animals from time to time when I have different birds that just come and sit upon my windowsill. Whenever I'm taking walks or I'm out in nature, I'm always very present and making sure whatever animals come to see me, um, I notice, okay, because I do feel that they're signs. I feel like they're here to let us know that we're not alone. And the fact that you're drawn to this guardian card, means you don't have to be afraid also to ask for help when needed. So if you're struggling right now in any way, you can turn to your guardians. They are here. And it's also a reminder, I feel like when we look at this cat, for me, black cats, cats in general are a sign of intuition. And even though that there's all these little shining stars all around this cat, I love the center one that's right there, right on her third eye, reminding us about your inner light, to follow your inner light and to pay attention of your surroundings and who's with you, all right? And that reminder so that you know that you're not alone, okay, on this journey. So let's take a look. I'm going to pull some tarot cards and we're going to see what comes through for you uh, for the month of November in regards to love. I do feel also with the amount of green on this card, and this the cat has, uh, around her neck, this is a pentacle emblem um, that's here also. So I'm feeling a strong grounding effect too, a present moment here where I feel for anyone, I feel like there's a need here for some of you to ground yourselves, get out in nature, especially. And we have this is the owl, um, tarot of the owl deck that I'm using today. And look at that eye, it's just another sign of uh, you being present, your intuition, that all knowing, believing in yourself. So we have death, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Magician. So I feel the message that's coming through for you, pile one. Um, there's a question here in regards to your partner. I feel like there's something here that I don't know if there was a conflict between you and your person, if there has been relationship struggles where you question whether the two of you are going to make it or not. And I feel like there's something that needs to be let go here, with this death card. The death card is all about transformation, right? It's that beautiful rebirth that we're talking about. But with that comes that energy of being able to let go. And what I am feeling from this reading today is I do feel, we're looking at this King of Cups here, and this is Scorpio energy. So and this is an intense energy when we're talking about Scorpios. Um, we're talking about water. We're talking about that water, that emotional energy. We're talking about a darkness almost. And it's very interesting that this King of Cups, this Scorpio energy, this owl, is looking, towards this past energy of death. And, that's something about Scorpios. They're always looking to sit within the energies that a lot of us feel uncomfortable doing so. So, when it comes to death and it comes to sex and anything that is really intense, this is right up Scorpio's alley. What I'm feeling is that there's somebody sitting here in very deep, intense energies. And they're wondering if they made that right decision or not. All right. Um, and I feel that, I'm sorry, I'm just listening here and feeling what's going on. I feel with the Nine of Pentacles, you know, there's a struggle. There's a struggle here for someone that I'm connecting with on whether or not they've made the right decision. Should they be free or should they continue in this relationship or not? You know, and we're ending here with this magician, and the magician is all about manifestation. So perhaps you've been trying to manifest, pile one, either a new start, or you've been trying to manifest uh, letting go, something that has happened in the past, right? But overall, I feel that there's this deep energy that's sitting here that someone's having trouble releasing, okay? Um, I feel it's great to explore what you need to explore. It's great to understand, um, say, the darkness sometimes that one feels within. We all have dark sides. So it is worth understanding that. Um, and then I feel that there are others that just like to sit in darkness, without ever making that realization that they need to pull themselves out of it and be in a higher place. And with what I'm seeing here is that there's a connection where someone's struggling, where they feel like, did they make the right choice? They feel surrounded by darkness in some way. And I feel that someone that I'm connecting with is struggling with whether they have made the right decision or not, uh, to continue with this relationship, this connection that they're in with their person. Um, because overall, what I'm feeling is that there is a sense of darkness. There's a sense of feeling very alone. All right. And I feel that's why you were drawn to this card, of the Guardian, because I feel that you're looking for guidance, you're looking for help in being able to understand and make sure that you are making the right decision. So I feel that that's what's going on for you when it comes to the month of November, you coming to terms with making a decision on whether or not you need to continue with this relationship that you're in. Let me get some more cards. Okay, we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel that there's a message coming through here, pile one, that Spirit wants you to know that you are going to be okay with this Queen of Pentacles here and this Queen of Swords, that you just have to be honest with yourselves. I feel that there's a strong sense of worry coming through, a lot of anxiety when it comes to whether or not you're going to be okay on your own. Sort of, are you going to be able to financially stand on your own 2 feet? Are you going to be emotionally equipped to handle a family? Because I do feel with this Ten of Pentacles here, and the Seven of Cups, there is this energy that's coming through that you're very worried about family or something that you need to take care of, as if you're not going to be able to do that on your own without this King of Cups. I feel like there's this King of Cups in the room here that, uh, how can I say this? Pretty much called all the shots in your relationship, or uh, I don't want to say is this has a strong sense of control, but I feel like there's someone here that was always taking care of everything for you. And now that things are changing, I feel like this is the month that there's change in the air, all right, because of this death card, because of the rebirth that's being called for, all right? And you need to know that you can handle it here with this Queen of Swords. Okay, and this Queen of Pentacles. When we're talking about the Queen of Swords, I feel she's here to say, you just have to have this honest communication with yourself. All right, and know that you're going to be okay, that you can be this Nine of Pentacles, which is this pre-Empress energy. All right, and that you can take care of things on your own and you don't have to continue. The Nine of Swords, you're a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights regarding this King of Cups. Now, that could be because of the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Cups here. This could be the father of your children, which makes this decision very difficult for you. All right, because he is, um, your children's father. And yet, I feel with the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician, we are talking about this earth energy, this 3D material world where you have to realize and come to terms that you have all the tools that you need to create the life that you want. All right. Um, you have everything here and that you're going to be okay, and to release and let go some of this worry and this negative energy that I feel is haunting you at this time. Let me just get a few more. Spirit, is there anything else that we need to know? This Nine of Swords is showing me that there's this feeling coming from you, Pile One, that you feel very scared and alone, There's this fear of being alone. And with the Three of Cups here, I feel that there's a reminder, again, with this familiar card, with this Three of Cups, there's friendship, there is support out there, there is family, there is a support system that exists for you. Do not be afraid to reach out. Do not be afraid to have that, do not be embarrassed, I should say, to have that heart to heart, that one on one with some family members that you are going to need help, that this is a difficult time for you. We have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. On the bottom of the deck is the Fool. So, the overall energy of this reading for the month of November for you, Pile One, is this is a time for a new beginning, right? Taking that leap of faith. There's something here that you need to take a chance on. you know I feel that with the Two of Pentacles in the middle here, enough is enough, as far as there's been, you've been stretched to the limits. There's been some juggling here. There's something where I feel you've been pulled, in two different directions, and it's been very overwhelming. I feel it's difficult because you're pulled in the direction of your family. You have something here that you need to take care of. And at the same time, we're also talking about the Nine of Cups here, where we're talking about your own emotional fulfillments that you know that you need to fill. All right. And I feel that that is something that has um, been ignored for a while. And now it's time to step into this power, manifest exactly what it is that you want. Know that your friends and family are here to support you. Okay. Yes, it's going to take some work with the Eight of Pentacles, but it's a beautiful time for a new beginning for you. Okay. So let me get some oracle cards before I close out this reading. Let's see what else. Um, Let me pull some. This is Vintage Love Oracle. Let's see what it is, Pile One, you need to focus on at this time. Let's see what comes out here. What does pile one need to focus on during the month of November? Awakening. Okay, there's an awakening going on here, and you may be very well aware of that. Transformation, awakening is always a difficult time, and celebration. Okay, so they're asking you, Spirit is asking you to celebrate. This woman's here with the butterflies. This Queen of Swords is surrounded here by the butterflies, representing that transformation. And along with this death card, I do feel that, there's something that you need to leave behind, but all the cards are moving in the direction, the future energy that you deserve to celebrate. All right. You deserve that emotional fulfillment and happiness that you're seeking in life, and that is worth celebrating. All right. The bottom of the deck is even showing me the choice, and I feel like that's what was representing the Two of Pentacles here. Having to make that choice, stop that pull, that war, with which is really with yourself versus some of the other responsibilities that you've had to handle. And not that you're dismissing those responsibilities, but you're also just now taking some time to focus on yourself and realize that you deserve happiness just as much as any other person. All right. So let's close out with Moonology Manifestation Oracle, since we have that magician here, and see what advice we have for you, Pile One, for the month of November. Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. So, I feel like Spirit saying, hey, if your emotions are running high during this part of the journey that you're on, it's okay. Be aware of that, but work through them. All right. Don't dismiss them. Don't push them away. I feel like, and then on the bottom of the deck here, we have full moon in Taurus, detoxify. So definitely about pushing some things, and moving some things, letting go of some things, sort of cleaning up, tidying up your energy, your life, what's going on in your environment right now, cleaning those things up and making room for what appears to be a beautiful new start for you going forward. All right, Pile One, so I'm going to leave the reading here. If it resonated with you, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you again at the next reading. Hello, Pile Two. Okay, you chose the Witch's Cottage from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck that I'm using today. And this is going to be your reading for November love predictions. So let's see what's in store for you for the month of November. But before we get started, let's just take that moment to center ourselves and focus. So, Pile Two, if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. And just go within and quiet your mind. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I trust my intuition always. So Pile Two, the Witch's Cottage, we're talking about security here. So this is a card, that represents when you're struggling with the feelings of sometimes, a lack of self-esteem, a lack of worth. And when you have that, you feel you don't feel safe. Um, you don't feel like you fit in. You don't feel like you have that home or the community that you're looking for. So it could be that you're possibly drawn to this card because you've had some struggles, okay, with your own self-worth, your own self-esteem. And when the witch's cottage shows up, this is your time to go within this witch's cottage and go within yourself and know that you are safe, that you are protected, and that you are secure. All right. And that you have everything that you need. And it's just that time to realize, that you are worthy. All right. So maybe there's been someone, within, we're talking about love, we're talking about um, relationships that, has given you that feeling that you're lacking a sense of worth. Okay, maybe there's a trigger there where you feel you know, the person that you're in a relationship with or that you're in a connection with, and there's been conflict and there's been struggling, and it stems back to actually your triggers of feeling worthy, which could be mirroring the other person as well, and they could be going through that. So because of that, the two of you are having a difficult time right now connecting with one another. All right, so let's take a look and see what comes through tarot here for you for the month of November. And this is the Tarot of the Owls that I'm using today. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. Interesting. Some fire in the air. And the Three of Wands. And the King of Cups. And the Magician. So, pile two, what I'm feeling from your person, whether you're near or far, I feel that there's a struggle with distance right now. And again, I kind of mentioned that it could be triggered by the lack of self-worth that you carry within yourself. But whether this is a long distance relationship or you just feel distant in your relationship with your person, the overwhelming feeling that's coming through is that you feel very far from your person at this moment. All right. Um, what I find interesting is there seems to be a conflict here between this King of Wands and this King of Cups. All right. Um, And what I'm feeling is that I feel that with you and your person, you're wishing that your person would take more action than what they have in the past. What I'm seeing here is between this Knight of Wands and this King of Wands. The Knight of Wands is pretty unstable energy. Yes, this can be someone that is very daring, very charming, very risky, okay? Um, Especially with the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Cups, I do feel that you're dealing with someone that's, um, very sexual. So you may have a strong sexual chemistry when it comes to this person. And yet I feel that there's a struggle here as far as, has this person sort of stepped up to the plate and emotionally shared their feelings with you? All right. And I feel like there's a manifestation here that you're looking for. You're looking to hear from your person. You want to know how they truly feel about you. And what I'm seeing is that right now there's a struggle because mostly what you're getting from this person is passion, it's heat, it's desire. It could be very sexual again. Um, and I feel that that's why there's this sense of distance that you're feeling from them, because I don't feel like this is someone that has come forward and truly, sat down, has given you that heart to heart talk and tells you seriously how they are emotionally feeling about you. All right. So because of that, that leaves you again, I feel it tampers with your security, leaving you feeling insecure, okay, leaving you feeling having those feelings of insecurity, triggering that you know he or she may be rejecting you, okay, brings up those feelings that you're being rejected, or perhaps you're only being looked at in one way, that he's not taking you seriously when it comes to love, and that's a struggle. Let's see what else. And yet I feel that you're still holding on to this relationship, this connection, the way I'm looking at the Three of Wands. You're waiting here. You're waiting for that opportunity. You're waiting for that ship to come in. But you haven't taken your hand off, just like this owl has this wing on this wand. You're not letting go. You're not ready to let go of this person. But you feel like you've been waiting a while, like you're looking for some sort of update. The Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Eight of Swords. So I feel, pile two, like this is really heavily on your mind with this Eight of Swords. Like there's some sort of sense, of entrapment. Like, you're really focused on this, and I feel that it's because you feel invested with your person, like you have put a lot of time and effort into this relationship. um but what's interesting is with the Two of Wands here and the Queen of Pentacles, there's this strong feeling coming through that you want to know what that next step is, And I feel as the Queen of Pentacles, you want to know, like, whether or not your person sees you as this partner, as this everlasting partner, as that team member, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, she's often looked at as that wife, as that um, partner, that happy homemaker, very grounded, okay, very easygoing, loves to take care of things, loves to take care of children, overseeing what needs to be, the responsibilities that are there. And I feel that this is something that's very much on your mind. The way this Two of Wands, this owl sits here staring at this Queen of Pentacles as if, what are the next steps? What are the next steps? Are we moving on or are we not? This king, I do feel, is this King of Cups going to step up and make a choice? Are they hearing? We're talking about judgment here, which is about hearing the call and answering it. And I feel very much it's a struggle for you because you feel like your person isn't there, and you're looking for answers and you want to know if you're going to get them. And I feel that's where you are this month. Like you really want to know where you stand. It just seems, you know, you need to have that answer in order to be able to make that decision on whether or not you want to move forward with this person or not. So as I was saying, the King of Cups is here, which is Scorpio energy, and then we have the King of Wands, which is here, which is Leo energy. So there's definitely a mix of fire and water. And again, you may feel that passion, that fire, that chemistry, but you want to know where you stand when it comes to your emotions. You really want to know, maybe this person hasn't told you that they love you yet, and you're waiting for that. Strength and the Six of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like, you're like hoping something will give here. And then look, on the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups, which is that Cancerian energy. And what I'm really feeling is that you're wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're putting yourself out there, pile two. All right, especially with the Six of Cups here. You feel this deep connection with your person. All right, and you're trying to be strong and you're trying to do it in a easygoing, loving way where you're not creating any type of tension. I feel like there's a fear here also that you're afraid that if you bring this up to your person, you're going to scare them away, which is also making you feel very insecure. All right. Um, I feel like you feel deeply for your person with this Queen of Cups here. All right. Your love is permanent. And that's the thing about the Queen of Cups, the Cancerian energy. They will tell you, they will wear their hearts on their sleeve and show their emotions when necessary. They're not afraid to cry when they need to. The King of Cups, for example, very dark, very hides sometimes their emotions. It's hard for you to tell. It's hard for you to read them. It's almost like a secret. And yet, I feel when it comes to any type of sexual activity that the two of you, uh, in regards to the two of you, that's where you see this person shine. They may take action there more, all right. But then when it comes to sort of asking these questions that you're looking for answers to, or you feel that sort of beating around the bush, or you're just not getting a clear answer for them, this is why you start to feel triggered, okay? And those feelings of insecurity pop up, all right? So for the month of November, let's see what it is, file two, that you need to focus on at this time in regards to uh, this connection, this relationship. Purity. Interesting. And change, right? This may be triggering, a fear for you when it comes to change. I feel that there's something here, though, that, you need to take some time when we're talking about purity here. I feel like, look at the situation for what it is. Look at your connection, the two of you, honestly, like the purity of the connection. All right. And see if anything needs to be changed. All right. I think there's a strong reminder also here on the bottom of the deck with the card Beauty, reminding yourself that you are still a beautiful person. Okay. And it could just be the expectation, you could be clouding your mind. You could be expecting your person to behave or act or say a certain way. And it's those expectations that can be very disappointing for you. All right. So I feel like you need to look at the situation in a different perspective, you know? And when it comes to the purity part, I feel like that's just being honest with them. Like, and if they can't give you the answer that you're truly looking for, then you have to be able to come to terms with that. All right. You have to be able to come to terms with that yourself and either rest knowing that you feel, um, secure in this relationship. And if it's something that you really, if you don't feel secure, then you have to question whether this person is the best person for you. All right. So let's pull a card from Moonology Manifestation for advice for the month of November. Think it through. New moon in Gemini. All right. And on the bottom of the deck, we also have focus on the positive. So I do feel, with this Eight of Swords here, Spirit's sort of asking you for the month of November, to focus on the positive and make sure you're thinking things through, right? And not using your own insecurities to sort of sabotage this relationship. Okay? I'm going to leave the reading here, pile two. Let me know if it resonated in the comments below, and I will see you again at the next reading. Hello, pile three. All right, you chose the card here, Hand Fasting from Witch's Wisdom Oracle, and this is going to be your reading for today. We are doing November love predictions, so let's see what's going on in the month of November. All right, when it comes to you and your person. So before we get started, though, let's just take that moment to focus and connect. So, pile three, if you can take in a deep breath for me right now. And just quiet your mind, go within. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I trust that my highest good is unfolding. So this card, pile three, um, hand fasting, this is about commitment. So if you're drawn to this card, obviously, I feel like you're looking for that commitment from your person, um, or you're looking for that next step when it comes to commitments, whether it's engagement, tying the knot, getting married, but you're looking for that more serious step. Hand fasting. This was is a pagan ritual that two people used to do in order to make a commitment to one another. All right, so they would tie their hands together. Now, some would jump over a fire or broomstick, but they would basically make that commitment to one another. And the commitment actually varied. Some would do it for a lifetime, some would do it for a year and a day, some could, it just depended. But overall, that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about two people wanting to take the next steps in order to commit to one another. So let's see then what your reading is about in regards to commitments. Now, if you are not um, involved with anyone where you're looking for those next steps. It could also be that you are questioning, when you are going to meet this person that you can actually commit to. But let's see what comes through. And I'm sorry, but my voice is scratchy today for some reason. So, pile three. So we have the Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, whoever I'm connecting with, I'm feeling just a lot of frustration in this 3D material world. I feel that you're left more to be dreaming and fantasizing than actually, you know, hearing whether or not the right choice has been made. I'm feeling like there's two. I'm getting two stories coming in. I'm getting one where I feel that pile three, some of you are just, you've been waiting, you've been waiting to meet your person. Um, and if you didn't see my last reading, you may want to go check out. The reading was about whether or not you've met your soulmate yet. But I feel like there's a lot in this group that you've just been waiting and you're frustrated because you feel like you thought you would be somewhere different by now. All right. You thought you would be in a better place. And I feel that you're still out there looking and searching for this person, the person that is going to be this partner that you can be in union with. I'm getting this feeling that some of you are just uh, tired of being alone, is what I'm hearing. You're tired of being alone and you're not sure where things are going wrong. All right. For others, I feel that there's a sense of a struggle here because you want to be in union with someone, but I feel like the person that you're with is not giving. The Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving, and I feel that you're not receiving that. Okay. So when we're talking about compromise and equal giving when it comes to a loving partnership, I feel that that's been a struggle for you. All right. So take this how it resonates, whether you're single or if you are actually in a relationship with someone that you're not sure if, they're really giving their 100% like you feel like you've been giving to them. And because of that, with the Seven of Cups here right in the middle, there's a lot of questions. Okay. And when you have that sort of, for the Seven of Cups to be this, a lot of times I feel like this is the energy of you don't know what to do, because there's all these options here and you're unsure. So I do feel for some of you like you're unsure how to proceed. It feels, for some of you that your person again is not giving their 100% to you, like as if they're juggling their energy or their time. Okay. Um, and it feels that you're only getting half, all right, which again leaves you in a place of the Seven of Pentacles where you may be questioning, hey, How did I get here? This is not what I was calling, this isn't what I expected, or this isn't what I signed up for. I think overall, even within both sides, the energy that's coming through for both stories is this feeling of you thought you would, you know, uh, be living your best lives by this point in time, and that just hasn't happened yet. So, for the month of November, where are you going from here, or is this going to change? Let's see here. Ooh, the star, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, and Death. So overall, you're what I'm feeling is like you're still hanging on to some hope with the Star card here. This is beautiful Aquarius energy, and there's that shining light, and you're still hoping to reach it. You're still hoping that you are going to meet this person, or you are still hoping that the person that you're counting on is going to come through. You want this doubt. I feel like you want this doubt that you're questioning to be alleviated. All right. It's this doubt from the Seven of Swords that I feel, you know, carries over into the Nine of Swords here in the Four of Swords. You're losing sleep over this, that, the anxiety is here, right? The anxiety is here. And because of that, I feel like you're just flat out tired. You're tired of the way things have been going for you, and you're looking for that change. And I do feel that change is near with the Death card. But I do feel like, when we're talking about the Death card, we're talking about transformation. We're talking about uh, a rebirth, and we're talking about having to let go of something that is no longer working or no longer exists for you. So, no longer, eh, you know, what I'm trying to say is if there's something that's present in your life that's just no longer, it's kind of like taking up, wasting your energy more than contributing to it. It's time to consider that transformation and making those changes. All right. The Page of Wands, the Fool. This is like pile one. For some of you, you might want to go back to pile one. Check out pile one reading. And the King of Cups, yeah, you definitely. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel for this group, pile three, you're really looking for something fresh, something new, a new experience, a new journey. Look at that. That Fool is sitting here right in the middle. All right. And here's that King of Cups. You're looking for that mature, uh, you look, you want a serious relationship, and that's what you're looking for. Okay. So maybe if for some of you that are involved with someone, if that seriousness, if they aren't giving you the seriousness that you need, that you're looking for, then again, that could be a time for you to evaluate what is working for you, what is not working for you, um, and let those things go. Okay. The King of Cups, this also can represent a father-like figure, father of your children, if you're looking for that type of partner, all right, and you don't feel that you're getting that, or you haven't met that person yet, what I'm hearing is that there's new um, endeavors that are waiting for you that are out there. All right. But I feel that they can't come without this death card here, without changing some things, changing at either the way you're looking at things. Um, it could be having to change perhaps sometimes the people that you are choosing, like if you are choosing people that you know don't have any interest in settling down, and yet you're in this spot now hoping, right? Hoping that they would commit to you. Those are your expectations that are disappointing you, right? Overall, you're sitting here as the Queen of Pentacles, so you know who you are, all right? And you know that you got this, and you know that you can be that loving, giving partner. Now it's about really taking that next step so that you can branch out and find someone that is going to be equal to you. All right. And I feel like that's sort of the special message that's coming through here for the month of November, that Spirit wants you to know that there are opportunities out there for you to experience this union that you're looking for. But you also have to be aware of the choices that you're making, your behaviors and your patterns. If what you've been doing until thus far has not been working, there's something that you need to go within and, obviously clear out this clutter and make changes that are needed so it can, open you up to having this experience of this beautiful new start, this leap of faith that the Fool is representing here. Okay? So let's get some cards from Witches. No, this isn't Witches Wisdom. This is um Vintage Love Oracle, I think it's called, and see what it is that you need to focus on for the month of November. Peace, um, and playfulness. You know, It could be that you just not taking that time to actually enjoy life. Whenever I see cards like playfulness and happiness, pop out, and joyfulness, hop out, and especially with the butterflies here again, kind of linking a transformation that is needed. You've just been, maybe looking at this too seriously. Um, and you can come back and say it's easy for you to say because you feel so frustrated where you are right now. But yet, there's a sense here that perhaps you're focusing too hard, too much on like finding that perfect person instead of lightening up and enjoying life a little bit. All right. And then look at this. Even on the bottom of the deck, we have this card here called healing. So I feel like Spirit is asking you, that there's some healing here that is needed within you, okay, before you move forward and experience this union that you're looking for. All right. So let's close out with Moonology Manifestation and see what it is, what advice Spirit has for you for the month of November. Assess the situation. First quarter moon in Virgo. And it's interesting because a lot of the cards that came out for each of the readings has to do with assessing the situation, thinking things through, taking a good hard look. And then on the bottom of the deck, you even get new moon in Leo, shine, which to me is representing that playfulness, that is needed. Like I feel like there's some sort of playfulness, a lightheartedness that is being called from you at this time. All right, pile three. So I'm going to leave the reading here. Let me know if it resonated in the comments below, and I will see you again at the next reading. Bye.